The Discovery of Being series, part 1 of 4 inspired by the work of Rollo Mayan. The mid-20th century, the existential psychologist Rollo May identified a quiet crisis spreading through the modern world. He called it the repression of the ontological sense, which is a fancy way of saying, we have forgotten what it feels like to simply be. We are experts at doing. We are machines of productivity, social maneuvering, and problem solving. But May argued that before we can understand how a person behaves, we must first grasp the fact that they are. He used the German term Dasein, pronounced Dasein. Literally translated, it means being there. Man is the only being on the planet who can be conscious of, and therefore responsible for, his own existence. Rollo May. The Discovery of Being. May argued that anxiety is not just a chemical or constitutional energetic imbalance. Often, it is the signal that we have vacated our own Dasein. We have abandoned the pilot seat of our own existence to become cogs in a machine. We are everywhere, on our phones, in our worries, in the past, in the future, in our to-do lists. But we are not here. The energetic mechanics of being there. At Art of the Seer, we approach this philosophical concept as a literal energetic mechanism that can be seen or witnessed, addressed, and managed. We use the term seniority. In our clairvoyant training, the very first thing we look at isn't reading the future or spirits or past lives. We look at ourselves. Are you at home in and with yourself? Are you actually inhabiting your body with your own energy? Is your perspective anchored in the center of your head, or is it hovering 3 above or behind you, analyzing your performance at life? Most sensitives and empaths have a weak Dasein. They have learned to leave their bodies to stay safe. They hover above our outside of their own life and experiences, so as to mitigate the effect of direct experience. They enmesh. They vacate the premises to make room for other people's energy, often as a way of trying to heal or satiate others' needs. But here's the rule of energy. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you do not occupy your own space with conscious presence, Dasein, something or someone else will. Other people's pictures, societal programming, fear, alternative agendas, and fatigue will rush in to fill the void. You cannot be a seer if you are not here to see. It is the very first step. You cannot hope to read the world, or anyone in it, clearly if you, the creative, imaginative, and energetic you, are not firmly planted in your own being there. You cannot hope to be a healing to yourself, to others, to the world, and create change without first learning how to be present with it. Occupying the chair to reclaim your Dasein is an act of radical spiritual seniority. It is the decision to stop doing your life and start inhabiting it. The simple meditation tools that we teach in our clairvoyant classes allow you to take the first steps in reclaiming this essential part of yourself into the present. This is the foundation of all psychic work. Before we can really see, we must be. To make this real is a practice and requires commitment and guidance. When you are fully home, when your feet are bolted to the floor and your energy is filling your aura, anxiety changes. It stops being a panic about the future and transforms into the simple, vibrating intensity of being alive right now. One of the truly magical things about our community at Art of the Seer is that since we share a commitment to the same tools, techniques, and practice container, it's easy to reach out to each other members and create your own reading and healing exchanges. Using this post as inspiration, find a partner to work with, perhaps someone you know from a current or previous class, or post in the Practicum chat groups that you were inspired by this post and find someone new to explore with. Weekly practitioner exchange, 30-minute reading and healing. Pair up with a reading partner and exchange 30-minute clairvoyant readings together. Practice both giving and receiving as a way of deepening your experience and relationship to this topic. The reading topics. The vacancy sign. Look at the readee's body. What percentage of their space is currently occupied by their own spirit, Dasein, e.g., 60% occupied, 40% vacant. Where is the rest of their energy hovering? The doing machinery. Look at the energy of their social self or productivity self. Does this energy look like a machine or a mask? Where is it located in their aura, often the analyzer or mind? The vibration of being. Ask the readee to mock up the vibration of simply being. What color is this for them? Gold, velvet black, electric blue. Validate this frequency. The landlord. Look at the concept of seniority in their first chakra, root. Are they the primary leaseholder of their body, or are they subletting space to others? Healing focus. Give the readee a healing on their first chakra and grounding cord. Help them bring their energy all the way down into the feet, anchoring their dasein into the physical world. One small step, a solo micro-action. Sometimes something is too charged to feel safe being vulnerable in interpersonal spaces with it at first. If this is really stimulating you, you can work this energy in meditation using your tools or in moments of embodiment and pause throughout your day. The I am here. Stomp modern life keeps us trapped in our heads. To return to Dasein, you need to return to your feet. 1. Stand up. 2. Stomp your left foot hard on the ground and say out loud, I. 3. Stomp your right foot hard and say, am. 4. Stomp both feet, jump a little and say, here. Do this 3 times until you feel the vibration traveling up your shin bones. You are not a concept. You are a physical container, and you deserve to be here. Tell me in the comments, what usually pulls you out of your being? Is it social media, family obligations, or your own to-do list? Journaling and self-reflection prompts. Sometimes we need to write it down to get it out of our aura. People learn, experience, and process energy in a variety of ways, visually, auditorily, conceptually. And here at AOTSA, we validate all those different forms. If you process through writing, take 10 minutes with your journal to audit a recurring picture in your space you've come across using this template, the doing audit. Make a list of everything you did yesterday. Now identify the moments where you simply were, e.g., watching the rain, drinking coffee without scrolling. What was the ratio of doing versus being? The vacancy check. Reflect on a moment this week when you felt unreal, spaced out, or automatic. What triggered that? Was it a difficult conversation? A stressful email? Defining Dasein. Rollo, May says we are responsible for our existence. If you took 10% more responsibility for occupying your life today, what is one thing you would change? An intuitive guide and spiritual educator with a practice spanning over 2 decades in a variety of modalities, William Fitzroy is the founder of the Art of the Seer, a premier destination for spiritual growth and development established in 2015. William believes that psychic tools and spiritual awareness is a practice available to everyone, and he has dedicated his career to demystifying the unseen for practical, everyday empowerment in the new age. While he is sought after for his insightful and cathartic readings and healings, available online or in person at his downtown Chicago studio, William's true passion lies in mentorship. He facilitates dynamic teaching containers for students ready to master embodiment meditation, clairvoyance, and mediumship. From curious beginners to seasoned advanced students looking for a fresh perspective and new techniques for their toolkit, William provides the experiences, structure, and support needed to turn any sensitivity into a superpower.